Hi guys, welcome to another Hoi4 video. In today's video we're doing an achievement run. I was supposed to either do Iceland or Romania, and 60% of people for some reason chose Iceland. I don't know why. Romania, country with history, with regions, with minorities. Iceland, big island with a city and fish. And yeah, sure, the poll was a little bit confusing, I must admit. Anyway, in today's video I'm playing as Iceland. Let's start with regular difficulty and historical AI focuses on. Let's start by producing some convoys. I'm not gonna produce guns or support equipment. Not because I don't want to, but because we don't have any factories. We just got one civ and a naval dockyard. Anyway, I'll start building infrastructure in Iceland. Since we have no industry, there is no point in researching it yet. Let's go for engineering instead. And let's also research civilian trains, because we're totally gonna need them. I mean, just look at our country. Anyway, our first focus is not our king. I mean, let's be honest, we are doing an achievement run. We want to go free, so not our king it is. It is not our king. What did I just say? Our next focus is anti-capitalist propaganda. And let's hire Progressive Doctor, which I really think is just the other name for a guy who has a cloning facility, because we get 100 weekly manpower. Let's get mechanical computing. Also, let's talk about our achievements. We got 3 achievements. First one is Cod Wars. For that one, we just need to capitulate UK. Nothing special there, like straightforward, just, you know, taking out the strongest country in the world. The second one is Finland. For that we have to conquer Newfoundland, but we don't have to own it, we just need to fully control it. And the third one is Brexit. This one is even easier, we just need to go communist, boost some party popularity in UK and click 3 decisions. Our next focus is expand the industrial base, and since we're going communist, let's hire Nazi sympathizer. Because this focus tree was totally not made at 3 AM right before release, and it's totally not exploitable as hell. Let's now research early trucks. What? You're still not subscribed? Let me tell you something. My dad is the owner of Hoi4, and if you don't subscribe, he's gonna ban you. And no, you will not get your €200 refund. Just letting you know. Just subscribe, please. The Spanish War. On who? Who are they invading? Portugal? France? Honestly, I wish I lived in more enlightened times. Next focus is prepare for the revolution. We hit 150 PP, so let's hire Agnar, Elberg, Kofled, Hansen. Anyway, it's October 1936, and now we're gonna get an election in a couple of days. But before that, let's pick Organize a March focus. Once again, we can do it, we got over 20% fascist support. I'll be honest with you, I always pick fascist support. Let's pick democratic support this time. We don't want to have too much fascist support, it's gonna hurt us in the long run. Let's now get artillery. And since we got 0% non-light support, there's no reason to have this guy around, so let's fire the N-word sympathizer. Here we are, we got 32% fascist support, which means we can do break with the crown focus. Let's go for Marxist philosopher. We're gonna start losing fascist support, but it's not quick enough, and we'll finish this focus before it goes below 30%. Here we are. Pretty much the only RNG part in this run is this. Denmark has to accept. And about 90% of times it accepts. Only one of my test runs, and I had many, trust me, they said no. So we get 5% stability and now we're free. Now we can either go for state corporatism or embrace the workers' revolution. And of course I'm gonna embrace the workers' revolution, even though I got only 13% communist support. I told you this focus tree is working properly. Anyway, let's now start doing anti-fascist raids. I no longer need fascist support, and actually it's no longer not only needed, but it's actually harmful and annoying. I pretty much use the fascists for independence, and now I'm just gonna ditch them. Also, let's go for basic machine tools, because soon we're gonna start having some industry. Here we are. Hello, Mr. Bjarnason. Let's not go for international relations. Never go for international trade if you go communist, or actually even if you go fascist. Because when you finish international trade, this focus isn't bypassed. But if you finish this focus, the trade will be bypassed. Also, since we're communist, let's hang the Marx portrait on the wall and get 500 manpower out of thin air every single week. Also, let's improve worker conditions because we have no factories yet. Let's research bombs. As you can see, international trade is bypassed, which means we can now go for banking on the future. This will give us 1 civ and 1 mil. Let's go for concentrated 1, and I'm also gonna switch this research to improve machine tools. Let's go for state-owned industry for those 2 civs, and let's start production. I'm gonna produce support equipment. Let's buy 1 factory of steel and 1 factory of aluminum. We even got 1 factory left. Wow. Anyway, it's time. Let's ban fascism. We're gonna lose 12% stability, but it's fine. Let's now improve relations with China, and let's send them an attaché. I pretty much banned fascism so that when Japan, Manchukuo and Meguko ask me to cancel the attaché, I don't lose stability, I only lose political power now. Genius, right? Lose stability so that you don't have to lose it some more. And we got these 2 civs, and look at this. We got 3 factories right here, and we're buying steel and aluminum. If we cancel the trade, we've got 5 factories, which means we can create faction right away. Let's say create faction, create agency. Oh my god. Anyway, next focus is international brigades. This will give us one division and another 50 weekly manpower. Not insane, but it's alright, it's gonna be useful. Also, let's research bombs again. We formed the agency, we now have to upgrade it. Let's go for sus bills. And I'm instantly gonna hire an elusive gentleman. Wait, is that Karl Marx? No, it's not, it's some Werner guy. Let's now go for commando training. I went for the seducer and let's send him to the hellhole. That is Birmingham. Also, let's get concentrated industry too, as well as LMGs. Migoku issues a diplomatic protest. As you can see, I'm not gonna lose stability, only political power. I'm gonna go for expand the fishing industry. Let's go for passive defense upgrade. Let's hire the second operative and let's send him to Birmingham as well. Let's get the army department upgrade. I guess I'm gonna go for economy civilian. Let's get flexible organization because we want that speed. Also, let's go for computing machine. Japan issues a diplomatic protest. I'm gonna say no, but let's first go for war economy. By the way, we can go for war economy only because attaché sent to China. And here we are, we unlocked the third operative slot. It's time to start building up communist support inside of UK. I'm gonna use 2 spies, while one will keep the Intel network alive. Also, in the meantime, we can go for anti-democratic raids. Time to get the radio. The Chinese attaché is gonna give us some air XP. We want to have at least 3. Currently, we've got 3.5, so that's pretty good. Next focus is local arms industry. We're gonna get 2 mills out of this focus. At this point, we can start buying some guns from the Soviet Union, so let's do it. Also, for some random reason, I got 10% communist support out of thin air. No idea how it happened. Anyway, when it comes to boosting party popularity in UK, you have to make sure that you have at least 5% before November 1939, because if you do, then you're gonna get another 5% through the election. Also, let's start preparing coalition government in the UK. I made a mistake, I should have done this earlier. It's gonna take us 400 days to prepare it. Also, let's use the research bonuses for concentrated 3 and advanced machine tools. Another thing we can go for is Landsvirkjun. RIP Albania. Let's now transform the only thing this country has, and that's nature. 69, ha 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 ha. Mengoku issues a diplomatic protest. I'm gonna say yes. So yeah, losing that attaché doesn't matter because we got over 50%. And here we are, UK has over 10% communist support, which is more than enough. Let's do quite Intel network, and let's prepare the first collaboration government in the UK. Once again, 69, I'll laugh at this number. Let's now improve our guns because they're horrible. We want to get these passive bonuses, as many as we can. Our next focus is international research community. This will give us the 4th 3-star slot. Also, let's improve work conditions some more. We finally got some building slots, so let's start building some mills. Our next focus is agricultural expansion. Let's research actual trucks. Hoi 4 fun fact, you can have motorized artillery, but you can't have motorized battalions if you have early trucks researched, but no regular trucks researched. Let's get the delay. And wait a minute, I didn't research advanced machine tools. They were left unresearched because of one day. Yeah, don't do what I just did. Let's get support weapons too, as well as the 1939 guns. That's it, we prepared the collaboration government and rip in pieces our industry. It's 45% though, so that's nice. We're now gonna prepare the second collaboration government, which will take about 7 months. Also, we're gonna need some more guns, so let's produce some more guns. In the meantime, we could go for volunteer only. For our next focus, we have to pick either an airbase in the sea or a naval hub. Let's go for the hub. Also, let's pick this irrelevant upgrade. Anyway, World War II just kicked off. So I'm gonna ask Soviet Union for military access, and let's also get a non-aggression pact with them. And just like that, I can now join their faction. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start improving relations with UK, with Germany, and with USA. I just tried to say something funny about me improving relations with most powerful countries in the world, but I can't come up with anything. So yeah, Grodno is capital of Poland, laugh. Also, did you notice that this state is now a core of Belarus? Also, this state is a core of Ukraine. It wasn't a core, it was a claim. Why am I the only person who notices these things? Anyway, Poland is gone, which means Soviet Union is now going to attack Finland in maybe a month or so. And here we are, they rejected their demands. Our next focus is modernizing the Coast Guard. And Soviet Union finally attacked Finland. So what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna join their war. And I'm not gonna fight actually. Instead, let's make fake production of everything except for anti-air, which I forgot to research. Let's research it now. I'm also gonna make cheapest possible fighters and cheapest possible CAS, which is gonna cost me exactly 3 air XP. Let's send infinite amounts of everything to Tanutuva. And when it comes to convoys, I'm gonna send them a finite amount, but a big number, like 5,000. Because AI is smart, they know that you're trolling them when you got minus 2 million convoys. Also, let's wait for Germany to capitulate France. They just did that, which means they got a bunch of old guns from France. Let's now beg them for the equipment. 24,000 guns. The very next day I'm gonna ask the UK. They'll send me a little bit less equipment, but it's fine. And the day after that I'm gonna ask USA for the equipment. They're all gonna say yes, and I'm gonna get a bunch of equipment, especially convoys, which are the most important. Minus 1,300 convoys. I need 1,401 just to get all that equipment. But don't worry, each month we're gonna get more and more convoys, and that situation will be fixed. All I gotta do is keep asking for the same land-lease over and over again. 9040 this. Now I have to say there's two time windows in this run. First window is August 1940. That's when the UK gives Newfoundland to USA. If you can capitulate UK before then, you can get Newfoundland in the peace deal, and that way you're gonna get Vinland achievement. But we don't care about that time window. The other time window is, I believe, September 1941. That's when the USA joins the Allies. We have to beat that time window. If USA joins the Allies, it's pretty much game over. Until then, all you gotta do is keep stealing the land-lease and preparing the coalition government in the UK. Our next focus is support equipment. This will give us one more mill, and let's steal some more land-lease. Let's get improved computing machine. We researched anti-air, so I'm gonna start production of anti-air as well. Let's now steal it from Germany, from the UK, and also from the USA. Also, I became a spy master. Later on, I'm gonna get another operative slot. And let's now professionalize the army. This will give us plus 10% attack and plus 15% defense. This never happened to me in any of the test runs, but of course now when I record, the Soviet Union can't defeat Finland. And we just hit over 1,000 convoys. You know what really annoys me in this game? The fact that Newcastle is 8 victory point city and also Oslo is 13. Why? Just why? Why not 10 and 15? This used to be 10. Why is it 8? Why? And we finally managed to break even with convoys, but let's just keep going with the land-lease. By the way, I got another operative slot. Let's take this British operative and let's build some intel network in the UK. Our next focus is infiltrating the British Isles. Also, if you get very Soviet Union, which can't even defeat Finland in the Winter War, don't worry, this won't ruin your run, it will just be an inconvenience later on. In the meantime, I could go for limited conscription to get some more manpower. We got 75% collaboration government, and we can prepare one more. It's gonna take us about 200 days to prepare and another 140 to actually do. Also, let's now use these operatives to boost the ideology, because UK currently has 11% communist support. They need to have at least 15. The Great Battle of Narvik. Who's gonna win, I really wonder. Let's now recruit international workers. This will give us 15,000 manpower. By the way, look at this. We drain these countries so much. UK has 150 convoys. Germany has 50. USA has 16 convoys. My face when El Salvador has 10 times more convoys than the USA does. It's now time to prepare our divisions. I'm gonna take this template. Let's give it top priority. And let's make it 10 with infantry, with support artillery, engineers, support anti-air. And let's train a bunch of these. I want to have about 20 of these. Finally, the war is over. Took you long enough. Burundi declared war on Belgium. What the hell? The resistance is so high that they just rose up. Alright, that's 18. Let's get another 2 of these divisions. And now I need to make a small division template. I'm gonna go for 2 motorized infantry battalions. And I'm gonna need about 20 of these divisions as well. The focus is finished, which means we just got more manpower, and officially we got more manpower than we have people. Our next focus, I don't even know. I guess I'm gonna go for infrastructure development. We need another 15-ish thousand manpower for this. In the meantime, let's go for extensive conscription, and we could go for artillery specialist. I'm gonna exercise my entire army, and they made a ready democratic Burundi democratic. Oh my god. That's a good way to gain independence. Rise up, lose a war, and then become free. Anyway, I'm no longer stealing the land-lease. I got more than enough, just look at this. I only wish I could steal manpower that way. And I deployed all these divisions, but they need some more manpower. Next focus, I don't know. Thungur Knifur. Let's group up these guys into the same army and let's give them trucks. And now I'm hunting for a general. In the test run I got one who was brilliant strategist and also inflexible strategist at the same time. This time that's not gonna happen, I think. Instead we get a guy whose name is Kull. And the last collaboration government is prepared. Let's now do it. It's gonna take us 4 months. I'm not gonna pick any focuses from now on because I need political power. The last collab government will be ready in about 2 months, so let's start justifying on the UK. I just gotta make sure that I'm not justifying on Northern Ireland, Wales or Lothian. Let's do West Midlands, because I want to take this province. And here we are, we finally got enough manpower. Let's send them out to Reykjavik now. I'm gonna take every single one of these divisions, so let's send them to Lithuania. Also, I'm gonna block off Western Approach's strategic region. Once these guys reach Shetland Islands, I'm gonna stop them and let's send them to Vladivostok instead. And when they reach this place, I'm gonna stop them and I'm gonna send them back to Iceland. This way I force them to go right next to Scotland. Here they are. Wargo is ready. I'm not gonna declare war on the UK yet. Now I'm gonna split these guys into two armies. Here I got 10 motorized and 10 infantry. Here I got 10 motorized and 10 infantry. Let's slow down the game. And while one group is gonna stand still here, the other one will move to, you guessed it, Vladivostok. While they move, I'm gonna select the first group and I'm just gonna repeatedly hit H so they don't move out of this sea province. Once these guys reach Brest, I'm gonna select them, I'm gonna unblock Western Approaches and let's send them to Iceland again. And once again, let's stop them and let's finally send them to Murmansk. This will force them to go between Britain and Ireland and I want them right here. I got everything ready. Britain has over 15% communist support. I got enough political power to do all of these decisions and I got war goal on Britain. So all I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna exit to main menu. And when we load back the save, we're gonna have 0 convoys. We actually don't have 0 convoys, we still have about 2000s, which we had before we went to the main menu, but the game thinks we do have 0. In order to fix this, we'll have to produce 1 single convoy, and that's gonna take until 6th of May. So let's put these convoys down here. They don't have any resources, and let's wait. We're gonna wait until our divisions gain some organization. At a certain point their org will start dropping because they don't have any supplies, and then it's good time to actually start this war. So let's declare war on the UK. Let's put these convoys at the top of the production, and let's incite an uprising in Scotland as well as in Wales. I'm also gonna leave the Comintern. After we left the Comintern, we're gonna create faction with Wales, and 1 hour later we're gonna invite Scotland into the faction. Now I'm gonna select these divisions and they're gonna walk into the Wales. Now these guys will walk into Scotland. Only important victory points to take in Scotland are Glasgow and Aberdeen. Also stole divisions from Wales and Scotland. Honestly, they did this actually horribly. First things first, Scotland only spawns in here, not in entire Scotland. Also every single country gets only 1 division, which means they can't fight at all. And finally they start communist, but they don't have any changes in ruling party popularity, so they start communist with 70% democratic support, and all of them basically go democratic. Here are my guys. The most important thing is that the truck divisions don't get stuck. Infantry can't get stuck, they're here to fight. Anyway, we took Glasgow, let's get Aberdeen. They usually have a division here for whatever reason. These divisions got stopped, so let's make sure that we use the good old falling back into enemy territory trick. Now micro needs to be kind of good here. Pretty much esports alta. Also don't forget that you do have a little bit of planes, which might be a little bit useful. Also, if your allies gain some territory which is not core by them, make sure you take it. Because if you do no garrisons there, you're gonna get a little bit of manpower from that state. Also look, these guys are willing to give up Liverpool. Yeah, let's let them leave it. You might be able to take London, by the way, just look how fast these divisions are. Also you can buy some oil from the Soviet Union or somebody to get some fuel. Just keep in mind it's very important to stop these divisions which are trying to reinforce, and also it's important to look for opportunities like this one right here where they just left Sheffield. They didn't leave it for no reason. That province would be reinforced by these divisions right here. Let's grab control over all of these states which Scotland controls. Of course I can't take their core states, but that's fine. They just abandoned Birmingham. Let's quickly take it. I bet they like that. Nobody likes Birmingham. Stourbridge on the other hand though. Norwich up for grabs. Thanks a lot UK. And that's it. United Kingdom capitulated when the game realized that I'm controlling most of their territory. Anyway, the one funny thing I noticed, Yorkshire gets renamed to Jorvik. Besides that, we're in the peace deal, so what do we want to do? First thing we want to do, we want to grab Nova Scotia and Saint Pierre and Miquelon for ourselves. The second thing we want to do, we want to puppet UK. We want to puppet them in the Northern Ireland since I forgot the decision, but it's fine. Besides that, I also want to puppet them in the states which border Scotland and Wales. That's important thing number 2. Important thing number 3, I want to go here into take state section, and I want to find all the states which nobody took. That is after I pass a bunch of times. Nobody took Pitcairn Island, so let's take Pitcairn Island. Also Falkland Islands. Probably Diego Garcia and South Georgia, yep. As you can see, every single state somebody either took it, or in case of us, we puppeted Britain there. If you want to, you can add war reparations or whatever. I recommend you to take navies of other countries, don't take British Navy, because they're your puppet, you can annex them for their navy. Also France exists for whatever reason in Tahiti, yeah, let's puppet them there, why not? And that's pretty much it. And now you might get Cod Wars or not. Because sometimes you capitulate the UK yourself, other times it counts as if Germany did it. This time we actually got the achievement. However, I'm gonna pretend that I didn't get the achievement, so in that case you know what you're gonna do. You have to wait until we can kick Wales and Scotland out of action. This guy's name is literally Werner Best. He's the best Werner. I think we got Werner as well here somewhere. Yeah, or Werner is not the best, he's just Gerlach. In order to get a Brexit achievement, we have to make sure that all three of these countries are fighting Britain at the same time. Let's first send some 800 convoys to the UK. Justification of war goal or allies. Japan is justifying against us. No, they're not. They're justifying on Germany. Alright, it's time to kick these guys out of my faction, and let's start justifying on Scotland and also on Wales. Let's lower the autonomy of UK, and now I'm gonna send them another 1,500 convoys. This will be enough to annex them, but I'm not gonna annex them yet. I just want to make them annexable. Also, one thing you can do in the meantime is siphon the manpower from the UK. I think siphon is a correct term because it's used for siphoning fuel, and it's manpower pool, so manpower is liquid, definitely. So every time you delete divisions, the manpower just gets like melted into a pool. Justification on Scotland is ready, so is the Cleveland, but I'm not gonna call in the UK. They joined the African Union. You're gonna be kidding me. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna ignore this. This never happened to me. I'm just gonna ignore it. Also, what the hell is this? Just look at this Ethiopia. It looks weird. That's first thing. Second thing, it's somehow democratic. The last thing, its capital is in Gambella. What am I witnessing here? And let's also attack Wales. All we're gonna do now is call the UK to arms. And now they're at war with both the Wales and Scotland. And let's click that funny decision. Where is it? Inside an uprising in Northern Ireland. They're now at war with Northern Ireland as well, which means we got our achievement. Let's make sure we request all the British divisions so that they do what we want them to do. And let's annex the UK. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take all of Scotland except for Edinburgh. I'm also gonna take all of Wales except for Cardiff. Let's destroy these Welsh divisions. And let's also destroy all the Scottish divisions without taking their capital. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go here, occupied territories, Union of Britain, and release them as an independent country. Let's now capitulate Scotland, and let's now capitulate Wales. And now it's justify on Britain. Also, let's naval invade Northern Ireland. Yeah, look, they just renamed to England. Even though they technically do have lots of Scotland. But to be honest, the party should be renamed to Communist Party of England Kingdom as well. Anyway, let's start building up airport in Saint-Pierre and Miquelon. Also, yeah, let's not forget that we have French puppets, which I'm just gonna completely forget about. Like, they're so irrelevant. They're doing the Free France focus tree. Fun fact, if you ignore all of your problems, you're no longer gonna have any problems to worry about. How the hell did I generate more war tension than Germany? They actually caused a World War II. Anyway, let's attack UK. They're gonna join the Free African Union, whatever. In case you didn't previously capitulate the UK, you're gonna definitely capitulate them now. And you're gonna get the Call of Duty Wars achievement. They just made a funny collaboration government. Anyway, there's only one achievement left to do at this point, and that's Finland. For that we need to control Newfoundland fully. We don't have to own it, just control it. Naval invade from St. Pierre and Miquelon to here. All these guys will naval invade like this. And if you're wondering, yes, we did annex Anglia, England, original Britain thing, without peace deal. The new official coolest way of ending an existence of a nation. The fall of Moscow already. Anyway, let's justify on the USA. It should take only a month because they're in a major war against Japan. And our war goal is ready. Let's give our guys orders and let's attack USA. These naval invasions should be launching instantly, and the USA joined African Union. Oh my god. This is technically a perpetual war, which will never end, even if we would capitulate USA, which we won't do. But that doesn't matter, I won't actually play that long, because we just took an entire Newfoundland, which means we got the Finland, however the hell you call this, achievement. So yeah guys, that's it. We unlocked every single Iceland achievement in this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, share and subscribe. If you got any suggestions, leave them in the comments. And see you in the next one, which I hope is gonna be soon. Bye.